Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. Today we're talking Love Island USA Season 7, and we got an early morning situation, right? So we're gonna get to the good news. The good news is happy birthday, Shelly. What the welly, what the Shelly, right? Happy birthday to Shelly. So she had an extravaganza Sunday night in New York City. She had an amazing birthday dinner. Olandria was there. All of Shelly's, friends from before the show were there. Ace, of course, was there. Got her this huge bouquet with the letter C and white roses immersed in red roses and everything else. And said he couldn't get a vase big enough, right? So then Shelly announced a paid partnership with Crown Royale, you guys. So the brand deals, the paid partnerships are rolling in for Shelly, plus the paid club appearance. Now, from the footage that I've seen up until this point, y'all, I don't feel that it topped New Orleans. It didn't top NOLA with the Janae Aiko song and them slow grinding on each other. I don't think it topped that. I don't, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm entertained. However, New Yorkers, I got a question. New Yorkers, I have a question. Y'all saw the club appearances at these other locations, and all y'all were concerned about was taking y'all phone out and live streaming and recording Shelly, Olandria, and Ace the whole time. Like, I just have questions. If I'm at the club, y'all, and I'm paying, I think it was what, $40 or whatever else to get in, y'all better believe I'm going to be getting my money's worth. I am going to be getting my money's worth. I'm going to be dancing. I'm going to be having a good time. Everybody was just standing around. Is that what y'all doing in the club these days? Y'all just standing around and filming whoever the reality star or the celebrity or the athlete or the movie star is. Y'all just standing there with y'all phones. Because to me, that's not entertaining. It's cute if you want to get like a couple pictures, a couple video, or a certain song where you see that there's like a certain vibe. But the whole time, and then some of y'all I peeped after y'all tried to, mess with Shelly's birthday and tried to say that the friendship was one-sided between her and Olandria, and I peeped some of y'all that were not Shelly fans that were just there to film Olandria, y'all. Like, what are we doing? Right? But nonetheless, Shelly and Olandria said, F the haters, forget the haters. Like, we're not doing this. We are not allowing social media. We are not allowing nobody to tear down our friendship, you guys. We are not going to do it. And then there was a cute moment with Ace and Shelly where she is sitting at the VIP couch and he is helping her take her shoes off. And also, he also is like, listen, look here, let me pull down that dress too, because Shelly had two different dresses. She had the white number, as y'all see in the Getty images, y'all. But then she had this red number. She had the red number so that she can have something a little bit more comfortable because she was throwing it back. Ace was catching it. And then I think she threw it back on Olandria too. Like, it was just a good time. Also, you cannot tell me that Olandria and Shelly are not barbs, you guys. You cannot tell me that they are not barbs. But we got to get to the meat and potatoes because we got to get to some mess. We have got to get to some mess. So, apparently, as you know, earlier in the day when I did the video yesterday, Shelly and Olandria were at a US Open event that was put together by Two Face, right? And some of the footage that I saw, I still have not seen a Shelly and Amaya picture together. Even though they're supposedly with the same agency, you guys. I still have not seen it. I've seen group pictures. I've seen, Shelly trying to direct Amaya to their seats and everything else. And Amaya's just not looking interested and everything else. But nonetheless, something was off with Amaya, you guys. Something was off with Amaya, which brings me to her and Brian. Amaya Papaya and Brian have unfollowed each other, you guys. They have unfollowed each other ahead of the reunion episode tonight. And my thing is, are they going to announce the breakup at the reunion, or did something else go down? Did something else go down with Amaya and Brian, in the span of the last, 24 hours? Now, a few days ago, when Amaya was liking sad reposts on TikTok, I knew there was trouble in paradise, but I knew back when the first cheating rumor started that there was trouble in paradise, because I told y'all the Islanders always show themselves once they get out the villa, once they have the newfound fame. And I told y'all it was an issue with all of them being in that Airbnb together, because certain people are going to show their behind, you guys. And Chris and Bryan were up in the club, were at the club at all these appearances, and you see some compromising positions with Bryan. Then you have the one alleged person that claimed that they hooked up, that claimed that she was personally invited to the Airbnb, and then mysteriously the tea that she had got taken down on TikTok, got deleted on the TikTok. Why would it get deleted and everything else? And see, y'all think it got deleted because the people were lying. No. This is the same thing that happened with the Pepe situation. These people wanted out there that there was a hookup, that there was something inappropriate that went down. They like the clout and attention that it gets from that. They just want enough of you to see it, to screenshot it, and then they want to delete it and poof, be gone as if it didn't happen. Nobody forced them to delete nothing. No. They just wanted it up there long enough because they know some of y'all are chronically online. They know some of y'all are waiting for these Islanders to mess up, and they know some of these Islanders are easy bait, you guys. Easy bait. But I was trying to tell y'all from jump. Those of y'all that voted for Amaya, y'all was not voting for love. Y'all was not voting for a romantic connection. Y'all was not voting because y'all thought they were the best couple. You were voting for Amaya Papaya. It didn't matter if she was in a couple with the tree. It didn't matter if she was in a couple with the furniture. It didn't matter if she was in a couple with the flowers from the art department or the set design. You were going to vote for her to win because that was your winner. But the flip side of this, right? The flip side of this is when you are choosing a winner specifically for an individual and you don't care what couple they're in, you don't care about the nature of the couple that they are in, you cannot be upset, you cannot be shocked, you can't be surprised when they couldn't even fake it until the conclusion of the reunion aired. No. And that is why I said, especially for US, y'all need to be filming y'all reunions 3 to 6 months. Y'all need to be filming your reunions 3 to 6 months after the show because most of these people won't be together. And already Pepe and Iris called it quits. And already Bryan and Amaya called it quits. I knew what it was. I told you guys. Bryan and Amaya barely saw each other when the show ended. And you can argue, oh, it's because Amaya's the winner. She's getting opportunities, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But they were barely together. They were barely together. And then the only time they really were together consistently was when they were propping up Olandria. When they were propping up Olandria on those Instagrammy lives. And then we didn't see them together. We did not see them together. And then just a few days before the reunion, bam, they pop up in Boston. They throw a pitch for the Boston Red Sox game. How convenient it's nearby to Bryan's family so that Amaya can meet his family. But I saw for what it was. And then when the family came out, when there was breakup rumors, saying, no, there's no breakup, don't do it. When families do that, you guys, you have to side-eye the situation. You have to side-eye the situation because the thing of it is, I'm not new to this. See, some of y'all are no viewers, but I have been back here since season 1. I was back here the seasons when the show was on CBS, seasons 1 to 3, and we would call out when the families were moving a little funny on the social medias. And there's some other families that are moving a little funny that I'm not going to talk about at the moment. But nonetheless, it was clear to me that they were still trying to push the public narrative that they were together, even if in private there was trouble in paradise, you guys. And that is my point. Y'all spend so much time on Twitter and on TikTok and on Facebook arguing with each other, trying to put down other couples, trying to put down other islanders. And y'all need to be focusing in on the people you support. I did not understand for the life of me why y'all did not find it odd that Amaya and Brian were barely together these last 5 or so weeks. And conveniently, they got together a few days before the reunion to do some content with the Boston Red Sox, to do some content as far as, to have, whatever package or whatever they needed together ahead of filming for the reunion. And then outside of that, we haven't seen them together since, you guys. Outside of filming the reunion, haven't seen them together. And it wasn't odd to any of you guys. Anytime a couple, it seems like they're just together for quote unquote work or for brand deals or brand opportunities, you should be having, your spidey senses should be going off, you guys. If you are only appearing together for the brand opportunities and for the interviews and for the press and everything else, and outside of that, we do not see y'all together in any downtime, it is very, very suspicious, you guys. Very suspicious. Also, interesting. Y'all thought Amaya and Shelly are friends. Why wasn't Amaya and Shelly's birthday party? They were just in New York earlier that day. I don't think they're cool like that anymore. I don't. I think they were cool beforehand when they had that, whatever the mutual connection and stuff they were. But I think with the whole Ace situation and that scene where Amaya cussed out Shelly in that episode, I think Shelly was cool on her after that. And then it didn't help matters that Amaya says that her and Huda are 2 peas in a pod. That's not going to work for Shelly, right? Because this is somebody who is basically putting out a narrative that Shelly's a bully, that Shelly's a mean girl. But I'm saying all that to say, y'all new viewers, y'all cannot get attached to these islanders. Y'all cannot get attached to these couples because a lot of these couples break up, especially in the US version, because it's not a lot of time. 6 weeks versus the 8 weeks that the UK has. It's not a lot of time like y'all think it is. So some of these couples, some of these finalists are together out of convenience. They want to maximize whatever brand deals, whatever opportunities, whatever paid partnerships. They want to strike right when the iron is hot. But it is the downtime for me. It is the time away when you're not doing the brand deals, when you're not doing the joint interviews. That is when that is going to tell me, are y'all for real or are y'all just together for work? Are y'all just together for the clout? And so it did not surprise me at all how quickly Iris and Pepe fizzled out. And it didn't surprise me that they decided they weren't going to be a part of the press run, because it makes no sense to be a part of the press run if y'all just barely got together. Right? So none of the less, We have Iris and, Pepe down. And now we have Bryan and Amaya down. But Bryan told y'all what time it was. He told you on the show. He told Chris, when Chris was talking about his issues with Huda, he told Chris to continue to fake it. So I do not understand why people did not think that was sus. And again, Bryan was all about Adrena. However, they did not connect. So then he moved on to Jaden, right? He tried to move on. He tried to slide over to Jaden, I believe it was, right? Or no, not Jaden, because Jaden was with Austin. Grayson. Tried to move over to Grayson, but Grayson, of course, was eliminated, right? And so then at that point, yes, he was having conversations with Amaya. Yes, him and Amaya were already cool, but he was also already cool with Huda. But I feel like Zach just fumbled anyway. Zach was just on some foolishness anyways. So at that point, it was what it was. But again, Amaya supporters, you know what it was. You knew what it was. That's why I had no idea why y'all were hyping up this couple. We could see the signs from a mile away of what it was. And they were barely together. They were the least together out of all the finalists. Out of all of the finalists, they were the least together. So it does not shock me at all. I don't know what is going to be said tonight at the reunion, but that is why I said for the US show, they need to be waiting 3 to 6 months to film these reunions. Because they're child. I'm telling you, some of these couples and these islanders are not who you think they are. They are going to put on for the show and for the opportunities and everything else. But the people who distance themselves from the show immediately and were trying to focus on themselves as a couple, those are the people you need to be paying attention to that potentially can go the distance. Not the people who have revolved everything around the show and revolved their opportunities around the show and revolved everything else. That should be a red flag to you. Because outside of the show, what is the connection? Are they getting to know each other in their downtime? Have they met each other's families? Have they been to each other's hometowns? And so on and so forth. Those are the questions you need to be asking with these islanders before you go toe-to-toe with people on the Tickety Talk and on the Twitters. Has your couple met each other's family? Has your couple spent time with each other's family? Away from the cameras, away from social media. Is your couple too involved in some other type of stuff, right? Until proving a point on social media, or let's do some lives right now, like Pepe and Iris were randomly doing. When y'all knew that y'all just got together 5 minutes ago. Nobody cared. So, nonetheless, that is it. That is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like and comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.